Hello, my name's Michael Conneely, and this video basically says how do we handle Saturn in February 2020. It's one of the add-on videos for my February 2020 astrology and healing newsletter. Now, I'm filming on the 26th of January, and 2 days ago, on the 24th of January, Saturn entered Vedic Capricorn. And basically, I, and certainly many people, actually felt the change between the sidereal signs when Saturn moved from Vedic Sagittarius to Vedic Capricorn. And indeed, this shows, I think, the power of the sidereal zodiac. And indeed, it was the power of the declaration of Vedic astrology, which described the unusual circumstances of my birth to perfection, whereas Western astrology couldn't encompass them, that made me embrace Vedic astrology. But of course, I totally add in Western astrology as well, particularly psychodynamic and evolutionary astrology. So that having been said, well, the next point I want to make is that there is a huge shift in everybody's life from the expansive energies of Jupiter to the contractive energies of Saturn now. So that's because all through 2019 there was an exceptional number of planets in Vedic Sagittarius. And of course Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. But 2 days ago, Saturn moved out of Vedic Sagittarius into Vedic Capricorn, and Jupiter enters Vedic Capricorn on the 30th of March. And indeed, at the end of 2020, there's a Saturn-Jupiter conjunction. So the whole point is, in everybody's life, there will be a swing from an expansive Jupiter outlook and consciousness to a contractive Saturn one, and certainly quite a number of people are feeling bits of sadness at this time. And certainly we will begin to have to meet Saturn's demand, Lord Shani, the divine being of Saturn. His demands are working hard and patience, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, duty, perseverance. And we will need to embody those qualities, but because Saturn does well in Capricorn, it's Saturn's own sign, then we ourselves can do well. Now, I want to bring an image in here of each of us has to carry like a holy grail forward. And so I'm going to say more about that, but what it refers to is the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. So I see Saturn as like a structure or a container, a strategy, something concrete and defined that will carry forward into 2020. And the cup is, of course, structure. And what does the cup contain? What does the Saturn cup contain? It contains the energy of Pluto, huge divine energy. In fact, potentially a death and rebirth energy, a death and rebirth experience can happen. And so what I'm saying is that for all through 2019, there was a lot of tension from the fact that Saturn was then in conjunction with Ketu, the south node of the moon. And so tension all through 2019. And that tension was caused because we had something wrong with the way we were handling the area of life that is the house that is Vedic Sagittarius in our Vedic birth chart. And so the divine purpose of the tension was to get us to sort that out, to carry our holy grail forward, to adopt our strategy. And so each of us, or many of us anyway, needs to decide what is my necessary strategy so that I can leave behind the tension and problem feeling and move forward with and achieve concrete success. Now that is so much easier said than done. In fact, it also raises the issue of what actually are your desires, what actually is your life purpose. You see, it's no good forging forward saying I'm going to fulfill A, B or C when it's merely, well, even a whim or just a wish. I think we have to have an awareness of what our soul purpose is and what our soul desires are. And so what we have to do mustn't trash our soul purpose and our soul desires. So there's quite a lot of manifestation work that you might want to do before you decide what is my path forward. But if you do nothing, you'll feel failure and the tension will continue. And if the tension is continuing, it shows you haven't really adopted the right strategy forward. So what you might like to do is have an astrology reading with me. I've been doing them for 24 years. All my readings combine expert Western astrology with expert Vedic astrology. I also introduce tarot. There's intuitive dimensions. So go to my Star Wheel astrology website, starwheelastrology.com, and enroll for a reading. The address is in the screen down below in the YouTube display. Thank you.